Hey, good morning. It's Dr. Bob Flower with your November 16th Master Pattern Report. And first off, I want to thank all of you for your congratulatory notations on my birthday and all different types of comments and whatnot. Thanks a lot. All right, last week's calls. Our silver call for Friday the 13th turned out to be a good day. Right on the button. There was approximately about a 1.5% move on silver. Our 11.9 S&P call hit exactly on with a 2.25% move, and our 11.11 call for the S&P actually occurred on the 12th, and there was a 1.5% high to low move on that. So we did pretty good last week. We hit right on the target. We are now approximately 124 out of 127 calls correct. Thank you. Now this week, November 16th, today, S&P. Wednesday, 11/18. And Thursday, the 19th. This is going to be a move week, folks. I even have a long-term forecast for the 20th off of some past big moves. So I'm looking for something monumental, huge, large, bigger than normal. Let's put it that way. On or around the 20th. That's this Friday. In fact, silver this week. I'm looking for a move today, Wednesday, the 16th. And the 20th, and the 20th looks like a good day for the silver move. Whether they break out to the upside, we're not sure. It may look like a reversal here, though, for all of the markets come Wednesday or Friday. However, currencies look good. If you want to do something with currencies, the Aussie, the New Zealand dollar, the Canadian dollar in particular, looks like we're coming down to parity with the U.S. dollar. Just so you know, I'm out of oil. I went out of oil this week temporarily. I'll be back at $74. I think it will make a move down there. And if it doesn't, I'm going to have to jump back in again, but I'll definitely be back in. And I'm buying more longer-term interest plays. They're called the TBTs. This is for a longer play here. I definitely think that the interest rates are headed up in the midterm here, maybe 3 to 6 months. Okay, sociopolitically, let's see what we're. Oh, I want to show you one other thing. Last week we did say we thought the market was in the downtrend and it was moving down. And bingo, Monday you saw what happened and made a nice turnaround. Well, here, let me just show you why we made that call and what happened. This just goes to show the efficacy of this program. I'm going to show you, this is the chart that we showed you last week, okay? And as you can see, I want you to focus here on this area right here, which was the 9th, all right? It showed, as you see, that there's no, it shows the green arrow on top, and there's no bottom arrow, right? Okay. That afternoon, let me show you, the same day, we had an indication that afternoon that the bottom had been reached, and we now made a turnaround, okay? So now we're in an uptrend here for a while, and that was the reason why the estimate on the well, it was accurate that we were in a downturn, but that day it turned around and started up again. See, but that's this system is just beautiful, folks. Believe me, trust me. Reality is not what you think it is. Okay, let's move on. Socio-political, a lot to cover. The new mantra: the recession is over. You know what this reminds me of when I hear this? It reminds me of the guy who jumps off the Empire State Building, and everybody's yelling at him on the way down. What are you, crazy? You're going to die. You're going to be smashed to pieces. You're going to get ruined and everything else. And he says, oh, no, everything's okay so far. It's the same thing with the market. We're everything's just juicy and delicious, and everything is on its way up. Let me tell you why things are bad, aside from the technical indicators that we do. China is in an asset bubble, and they're trying to raise $10 billion in bonds to ward that off. I don't know if they can do it. The GDP is fallacious due to TARP and bailout monies. We talked about that. 60% of the last quarter being attributable to the cash for clunkers, and I don't know how much attributable to the housing credits, or $8,000 housing credits. Companies have profits because they've cut staff and they've cut spending considerably. Sure, they're going to have a better bottom line. Taxes on the rich or anybody force things down, which is what you're saying. Everybody's going to get the state, the counties, the local people, the federal government. Everybody's going to tax the rich. Yeah, right. Okay, further, government policies such as cap and trade and health care are not going to be positive for the country. I'm sorry. Economically. Maybe socially they may have a value, but economically they're going to be a disaster, especially cap and trade. And we're going to talk about cap and trade coming up because you've got some big issues there, international issues and constitutional issues. And along with that, dishonest government is beginning to surface, such as today's announcement by General Motors. General Motors says, hey, we're going to return some of the bailout. Okay, this is our plan. We're going to, but you know how they're going to do it? They're going to take it out of reserves of money that was given to them by the government. And why? Because they're government owned, and the government wants to show you that their policy is good and they're doing a good job. Don't be fooled. They're going to try and do an IPO. Don't be fooled. I'm warning you now. Okay. Government also knows that interest rates must go up, and soon, in order to attract more capital into our bonds and into our businesses. And they're preparing us by selling a sales job. What a great job they're doing, such as like with General Motors. And they said they didn't know how bad things were. We did. Why didn't they? So here's what I think. I think that what's going to happen is that they're trying to push through healthcare, knowing that it is going to be more expensive. They're going to try and push through cap and trade, and they're going to try and they're trying to get some of these companies to repay part of the bailout funds, even if it's coming out of reserves and not necessarily coming out of profits, because General Motors doesn't have any profits, and they're losing their liquidity very rapidly, cash on hand or whatnot. Okay, so that after the first of the year, they take this cap and trade thing, which is really going to cost people. I mean, people all walks of life, all income levels, is going to cost them hard. You're going to be paying for this thing, and you're going to be paying big time. They need that to sell us on that, as well as the hike in interest rates. When the hike in interest rates come, and it's going to come from a foreign sector that's going to force it, what they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, this is beyond our reproach. This is something that we blame the past administration for, and we really have no choice here but to raise some taxes. Okay? Hey, folks, watch out. Watch out. The wolf is in the hen house, and yous and I the hen, baby. And we're gonna get swallowed up here. Keep your powder dry. There's things that are happening. We'll let you know as we go along. Have a good day.